my messy office. Ooh. Alrighty, well, this over so I can see chat a little bit better while I'm there. That's better. I can actually see chat. I can't see it on YouTube for some reason. I don't, yeah, it's yeah, whatever. Either way, that way I can actually see. Hi, Sandy and Kate. All right, so we're gonna go back to Lee's Summit unless somebody else pipes up with a better idea. Uh, let's see. Oh, let's see. I don't know if we had much more to look at. Let's see. I think we looked at that one. I think we looked at that one. Looking house. Let's see. All right. Nice 2-car garage. Yes, shut up. Okay. Oh, well, while we're looking at this, the other day I went to look at a house and I do my thing and I go to open the door and it's unlocked. And I'm like, so I open it and like calling around because I went into houses that are on the market but have been broken into and so they're kind of open or whatever. Um, so I just kind of like call like realtor or whatever and but just gonna be cautious and be careful and I couldn't tell there's anybody there, but there's somebody had swept up these little piles of cigarette butts and cigarette ash and kind of closed carefully went through and then I go to the back door. The back door is not like you can't lock it like there's no way to secure it and so then I right by the back door you're gonna go down a couple steps as the back door and then just to the right there's more steps to go down into the basement. The light was on down there, and there was a pile of clothes, and I recognized that's the kind of pile of clothes you see if some homeless person has broken in and they're storing some clothes or whatever there. Um, so then I ended up talking to the neighbor, and the neighbor said, yeah, some guy had broken in there and was in there, and another realtor came and brought a couple to look at it, and they go to open the front door, and this guy just opens the door and says, "Come on in." Like, okay. So the cops were called, and anyway, so I just contacted the realtor and like, it's still open. There's people still get in, and uh, he's like, yeah, my handyman hasn't been over there yet. I'm like, okay, well, let me know when it's actually taken care of, because I'd like to look at the house. Um, Also, I don't know if anybody remembers the house in Buffalo that had the really cool furniture and stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, and I've I went to go in a house before that was obviously people had been living in there, kind of looked in and like, no, that's a little too sketchy. So I left. Um, so I'm always cautious about that. Um, but anyway, there was a really cool house in Buffalo, but the couple still lives in it, and we looked at it I think it was a couple last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, and it had some really cool looking old furniture and stuff in there. But I was now able to get into that one. And then if you remember the one, there was a kind of big house that didn't really make a lot of sense. I tried to get into that one, but the realtor never got back to me about what the code was to get in. So I've got a couple Buffalo houses coming up, one of which was on the live stream from a few weeks ago. But the one I really wanted to get into and take a look at, I couldn't get access to. So maybe in the future. Um, but that was just too weird not to go back and try and take a look at it because it did not make sense. When you look at the pictures, it was like, you know, the front door, and then there was this door over here, and there's another door over there, and it's like, what is this? How does this make sense? Um, Speaking of not making sense, the kind of V-shaped yellow house that I posted this last week. Um, if you hadn't read the comment, my reply to one of the comments, um, it was originally built for four people with disabilities, and I'm not sure what happened, but then I guess they moved out at some point, and then it got sold, and then it got converted into a regular-ish home. That's why one side has two bedrooms, the other side was kind of remodeled into a master bedroom and some other stuff, and that's also why it has two HVACs. So anyway, this is a very nice house. You got, you know, nice wide plank hardwood floors. Looks like that could be LVP, but I'd say it's probably for the price. I hope it's actual wood. Um, yes, very nice. Nicely done pictures, very bright. Uh, Nowadays, it's almost impossible to tell. Like this could be actually an AI. I don't think it is, but this or especially like the furniture could just be added in with AI, and the reflections and the lighting and everything just looks fine. And so yeah, that's. I mean, it's useful if you're trying to sell a place and you want to put some furniture in there or whatever. Yeah, it was purpose built, I guess, for um, people with disabilities, and I guess they lived there for a number of years, and then for some reason it got sold. I'm not sure why. A lot of times, if they do have AI pictures, like furniture or whatever, they'll have both. They'll have it with the furniture and then without the furniture. So then you're like, oh well, that was AI. Yeah, it's very nice. Looks like new carpet. I don't know if this was a renovation or if it was built like this, but it looks very nice. Yeah, I mean, you could always add touches of color to this. That's the nice thing about it being all white and everything is if um, you want more color, you can add it without too much trouble. That looks like that's going to be a basement. Yep, that's a basement. Let's see. A nice deck. That looks like composite decking. And decent backyard. Let's see. Okay, so when was it built? It was built. It does not say when it was built. That's kind of weird. Beautifully renovated, four bedrooms, your best. Okay. Okay, so it was renovated. So somebody did a really good job renovating, but then again, I mean, you can do a really good job renovating when it's a 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 2,300 square feet, and you're selling it for that. I don't know if we'll get it or not. Let's see what else we got here. I mean, these are nice. I don't know. I'd rather look at crappy little houses than. I mean, I like this kind of thing. They're nice. But I just find it more interesting to look at, crappy little houses or oddball houses. Yeah, it has a nice layout. Um, let's see. All right, so since nobody's giving me a spot to look at, we're gonna go to Warrensburg. Uh, I recently talked to somebody that was up in Warrensburg, so we're gonna look at Warrensburg. Let me see. Is this just the map? I was hoping there's like a way I could just click. Yeah, the garage is a bit big on that one. Let's see. Um, why is anybody else wondering why? Emily, that's funny. Um, anybody else wondering why there's a house here, but it says it's $35,000? There's no way that anybody is selling that house for $35,000. Yeah, I'm confused as well. And there's a number of these. A beautiful empty lot in an established neighborhood ready for you to build your dream home on plenty of mature trees to provide plenty of shade and okay. So but Street View, unless that's the wrong address, Street View is showing it that is a house. No, no, no. Okay, let's. I wonder if this is what they're actually selling right here between these two houses. Maybe this is the lot. That's the closest address, so that's what Zillow brings up. Back to listing. Okay, let's see what Google says. I don't think it's a rendering. Okay, so here's Street View. No, Street View is at 60. That's 604. I bet you it's this. Yeah, 698. I would be willing to bet it's this area right here between these two houses, but I could be wrong. Let's see, this was. How do you go from 606 to 698? Doesn't make any sense. On 698 Edgewood. Yeah, I wanted to bet basically where these trees are. Yeah, that's kind of a figure. All right. So there's a lot. There's another lot. That one actually shows the lot. Let's see. Another lot, another lot. Okay. We're not here to look at lots. No. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 917 square. That's a big 1 bedroom, 1 bath. So that's 75,000. I think it's an additional lot. I think that's what it said there. So let's board it up. That roof slopes. All right, so let's have a gander at this. You got your some kind of siding there. It's hard to tell from the picture. Uh, Guessing that's the adjacent lot there. There's a rock foundation. I think that's rock. That is not. I don't believe that's asbestos shingle. That's, at least if it is, it's a different kind than I've seen. I think it's, I forget, hardy board maybe. There's the backyard. I mean, it's not a bad looking house on the outside. Does it have any inside pictures? Probably not. That's going to be the lot next door. Okay, well, so much for that. I mean, it's not a bad looking house. I kind of wonder what it looks like inside. I kind of wonder almost almost 1,000 square feet. You could easily put another bedroom and possibly another bath in there, but definitely another bedroom. And a half-acre lot. You know, if that was here in Springfield, that would not be bad because you get the house plus it's half an acre. I mean, and a quarter of an acre, you could easily spend $20,000 on a quarter of an acre. So you get the house plus the other lot where you can build another house. Uh, okay, Chemex, did you just know that, or did you see something that told you they have fiber? Um, but I mean, you know, unless there's something else there, it doesn't sound like a bad deal because you have a house that you can fix up. Let's say you know the lot, like half that lot by itself would go for I don't know, say 25,000. That means you're getting this for 50. I don't know. You might talk them down a little bit, but it's not too far off. I wish I had pictures of the inside, but you know, that's how it goes. All right, let's see. Yeah, so like here's a lot. This is a good comparison. Here's a similar, almost the same sized lot, but it's covered in trees, and they're wanting 75,000 for it. Versus you can get that one. That one only has a few trees on it. You can build another house there, and you already have a house you can improve, or get rid of and then you know build back up or whatever. But and there may be things there that I'm not seeing. There may be you know really bad slope or whatever. But this is covered in trees, which means you got to spend the money to remove the trees before you can build. And you could build. Looks like you could build two, possibly three houses there, but you got to remove all that. Oh, yeah, I've got fiber over here, and I never really paid much attention to it. I'll have to look at that. Oh, these things? Yeah, I think they have those for a lot of different things. I don't know, not my area of expertise. Let's see. Well, there's 3 acres that are 75. Hmm. So maybe overpriced, which means that maybe you get this one for less. I don't know. More lots, lots of lots. I don't know where these are located, so not, and that's pretty much the cheapest house in Warrensburg then. Whole lot of lots. Another 3 acres. Okay, functional floor plan. So why, if you're selling a house, why would you make the first picture people see this? What's the benefit of this? I don't, do you see any benefit of this being the primary, like the very first picture that somebody's going to see? There's nothing that says, I want to buy this house in this picture. Now that looks like it might be asbestos siding. Definitely an add-on here. Um, okay, well, we'll get to the fireplace in a minute here in case you're skipping ahead. Um, I mean, maybe that's why they didn't want that as the main picture because it doesn't look like much. But then again, the picture sucks. And it's looking like it. Yeah, you got a little bitty front here. Looks like that was the porch, and then they framed it in, and then there's the house behind it. Oh, there's the fireplace. I would want something there in case, I mean, because it looks like it's a wood fireplace. In case, stuff came out, I wouldn't want my, it looks like a newer carpet. I wouldn't want like carpet getting burned or the house burning down because, those kinds of things. It's nice actual wood paneling or wood pieces on the wall, whatever. Uh, and, faux wood paneling. Let's see. Of course, you gotta have your exposed beams here, or the fake exposed beams. Lots of paneling in wood. More paneling. That door looks a little bit interesting. Looks like wallpaper. It looks decent, just hasn't been updated in a long time. But I mean, um, where's the toilet? You've got the shower. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's an understatement. That's funny, Tom. Um, so there's the shower, and here's the sink. Is there? Okay, maybe they didn't. I never. Think. I don't think I've ever seen a bathroom. Yeah, we'll have to look for a chimney. I don't think I've ever seen a bathroom that had a shower and a sink, but no toilet. That's interesting. Um, Lots of wood paneling. Um, I think that's a little bit older of a panel. It's your washer and dryer. Looks like the dryer vents into the crawl space. The chimney or the toilet? Wait, did we see a toilet in here? Let me flip back through here again. Yeah, that is an odd house. Flip through here real quick. It didn't really, I don't know, it almost doesn't look like there is a spot for a chimney there, but I don't know. Let me just flip around. that was the only bathroom. So if there was a toilet there, it didn't get in the picture. Oh wait, no, there's a toilet. There is a toilet. I'm guessing it's in that same bathroom. So we've established there is a toilet there. I was a little concerned. You know, you don't want to buy a house that has no toilet. Yeah, I don't see a chimney. I mean, oh wait, no, there it is. See, right there. You can just barely see. I think that's a chimney. I mean, it's hard to say for certain, but I think that's a chimney. And I'm still not sure. I don't know. These pictures leave a few things to be desired here. It's just not. But I'm not going to go on a rant again about realtors not doing their job. Um, three bedroom, one bath, is less too much from UCM and Warrensburg shopping centers. Features a functional floor plan. How functional is the floor plan? Spacious bedrooms, plenty of natural light, ideal for first-time buyers, students, or investors. Don't miss your chance scheduling a showing. Schedule a showing today. Well, people are not interested enough. I mean, I, there's gonna be something wrong with it. I mean, it's three bedroom, one bath. It's over 1,100 square feet. It's small-ish for a three bedroom, but it's 125,000. I mean, so far we found one house that's cheaper than this. Hmm. I mean, it's the second cheapest house on the market in Warrensburg, and it's a three bedroom, and it's in decent condition. It's livable. I mean, here's a two bedroom, one bath. It's 1,400 square feet, which means it could accommodate another bedroom, or at the very least another bath. Hope they're not including this, whatever this is, in the 1,400 square feet. This one definitely has asbestos shingle siding. The roof looks good though. I think that was a. It's hard to tell about the chimney there. Yeah, there's uh, Whiteman is right nearby. Okay, so they've kind of boxed this in, this front porch or whatever you call it there. Looks like that's a door there. So you got this part and that part. So maybe this was built first or that was built first and then added on. Uh, you've got a basement. Play special. So you've got a basement and then also they adjusted the roof because it used to come down and then there was basically a flat roof here, it looks like. So that's, I mean, I don't know how well it's done, but that's much better than this was. It's pretty sizable. I mean, you've got this here and this here and then this over here. It's been added on to at least once, if not twice. It's interesting. So this is your porch. It's almost completely enclosed. It looks almost like it was a carport or something at one time, but hard to tell. Inside looks nice. You got your trim and walls are painted. The carpet looks okay. There's your door. George is being barky. So your washer and dryer. It looks like this is maybe that little side section. And I'm going to guess that's probably stairs there. I'm guessing that's why there's a wall there, but of course, no telling. There's bedroom. I'm not sure. Is that? I'm gonna guess that's a closet. Maybe. That's kind of weird. There's like two doors. There's your bathroom. Has not been updated in a long time. There's another little room. Using that as an office. There's your kitchen. Good sized kitchen. They're older cabinets, but I mean, it doesn't look bad. Now, sorry about that. Yeah, George is a Dachshund Chihuahua mix, and he's very barky. Oh, well, this is nice. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it looks pretty decent inside. I mean, the layout's a little weird, but uh, okay. So I'm guessing you come in this door, and then there's your kitchen, and then you go this way. There's your laundry, and then there's stairs here to go down to the basement. And then you come through what they're calling the hall, which, yeah, there's problems with this layout, to say the least. Because you've got the hall, and then you can go from there into the bathroom. And then it's a Jack and Jill because you can go from this bedroom into the bathroom. And then there's your walk-in closet. So, and then you have this quote family room. I'm guessing that's some kind of closet, and this is a utility closet. This is a different closet. So these are basically bedrooms, sort of. Although this one's a walkthrough. It's weird. Um, I'm I'm just trying to think like how would you fix the layout so that you had functional bedrooms, you didn't have to go through any bedrooms and get anywhere. I'm thinking maybe in this hall space, put I think you could probably fit two bathrooms in there. Oh, that's quite the combination, shucks. Um, I'm thinking you can put a couple bathrooms here and and you got your closet, and then you could access this bathroom from this bedroom this way. So it'd be a private bath and a bigger closet. And then you got a bathroom off of here. And then, of course, the only problem then is what do you do about? I don't know. I don't. There's some way to fix it. I'm just not sure how that would play out. Very weird. Anyway, uh, yeah, the outside is not great. The inside looks nice enough, but that layout is just what in the heck are you gonna? How are you gonna make that more usable? It's a lot of space. I mean, you got what should I say? 1,400 square feet. You could do something. I don't know. It's just weird. It kind of makes sense. That's why it's so cheap. Um, I think your best bet would be to figure out a way to turn it into a large 2 bedroom, 2 bath. I think is probably what would be make the most sense. Yeah, I think that would make the most sense. Is make it a large 2 bedroom, 2 bath. All right, let's see what's on the next page. I'm surprised at how many lots they have available up there. Maybe a lot of lots available. So, okay, so look, no, I didn't put a max. Oh, all right, so here's the next thing. So this has got 1680 square feet, 8 acres. Wow, 8 acres. I mean, buying this house, I don't know what it looks like, but buying this house for 143 would be pretty good. But you can buy the house and 8 acres. That seems cheap. Is there a problem with the 8 acres? Is there a problem with the house? Looks like the house hasn't been lived in a minute. That's why there's no pictures of the inside. Maybe that's why it's. Huh. Well, if I ever get up to Warrensburg, I'll try and take a look. Um, let's see. This built in 97. Why? That just doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you had to like re-drill the well or drill the well deeper or something, or the septic has failed and you got to fix that. It's just puzzling. I don't know. I'm gonna write that down. Um, it's just weird. 800th Road. I wonder how close it actually is to Warrensburg. URG. Hmm. Yeah, let's see how close it is to actual Lawrenceburg. Northwest. Does that say eighth or eight? No, 800th. 800th. That's weird. 800th. Northwest 800th Road. Okay, so there it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that. Well, still, I mean, even if it's in probate, how far is it from Lawrenceburg? That's not bad. I mean, you just come down here and get on 13 and come down. Looks like it is. Where's the little 1 mile? You're about 15, 14, 15 miles from town. Actually, in almost in Fayetteville, but there's not much to Fayetteville, so. Hmm. Anyway, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, okay. Being sold as is as part of a Missouri probate. Okay, that's why it's so probate just means that whoever owned it died, and uh, probate drags things out. Oh, it's only been in the market 3 days. Okay, well, somebody will end up buying it. Yeah, probate's just somebody died, and so they're trying to figure out what to do with their stuff and who gets their stuff and that kind of thing. Let's see. Let's go with this one. So this one's a 2-1, 952 square feet. It's 165,000. Roof looks okay, I think. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, you can see the picture better, so that's nice. We got a floor plan over here. Wow, I think it's a. Okay, how do I go to the next? Oh, there we go. There, you also should be able to see the pictures better. The asbestos shingle siding, but it's been painted. It's in good condition. Roof looks fine. Not sure about the flashing right there on the chimney. That's actual wood floor. Or at least it's wood subfloor that's been resurfaced and stained. You can tell that they had dropped ceilings in here, and so instead of doing the drywall up, they just put these boards around the side and um on up. Let's see. No, I can't see my. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's different. I mean, eh, it's okay. So they did that in there, and then they left it in here. Like, why would you leave drop ceiling? Or if you're gonna have drop ceiling, then swap out all the tiles because they're pretty cheap. Um, so that they're not these ugly acoustic tiles. I mean, otherwise, it's fine. I just don't like the drop ceiling. Yeah, yeah, the ceiling is a bit rustic looking. Let's see. Looks like they cleaned up the cabins, put some new poles on them. No, it's fine. It just doesn't make sense. Like they did this in the other rooms, but then not in the kitchen. Why wouldn't you just go ahead and do it in the kitchen too? I just would make more sense to just. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I think I would have at least put a coat of something on there. I think that's just bare wood up there. Um, which, well, all in all, not bad. It looks like that. I just cleaned that up. I don't. That, maybe they put it in there, but that just looks like they cleaned that up. Bathroom looks pretty good. You got a little spot there on the wall, and there's like this little. They should have fixed that, but I mean, it's not bad. So you've got basement there, and then here's the front door, living room. You got a little bedroom here, little bathroom here. This bedroom, closet. You got two closets in this bedroom. Got your laundry, and then you can go down to the basement. There's a closet there. Eh, not bad. You can see it together. Let's see, I'm going to get out of that so it's not quite so big. It's covering up out of the kitchen. Well, you got the stove over here, sinks over there. And the fridge is, so yeah, you're kind of running back and forth and around. It's a bit far from the fridge to the stove to the sink. Um, I mean, I can understand why they did that because otherwise you're putting the fridge over here, then it's in the way of this door, and the window's right there, and so you can't put, and you got the return air there, so you don't want to put the fridge over here. Yeah, there's not a, I don't know, maybe I would have put the fridge over next to this door. See if there's, yeah, I think you could have put the fridge on this wall over here. There's even a plug down here. And yeah, if you put it on this wall, I think it would have made more sense because then you're right here, fridge, stove. The sink's still way over here, but at least it's not as far. But having it over there where it's at is less than optimal. Um, I give props for. Let's see, they have a 3D tour as well. Um, I do give props to the realtor for actually doing a good job of taking pictures. You've got this 3D tour, which is nice. That's interesting. It helps you understand how stuff relates, which is nice. The bedroom, kitchen goes this way. There's your bathroom. It's a kitchen, kitchen. Oop, let's not try to go that way. Go over here. See, that's a bedroom. Did they not include? So there's the kitchen, the bedroom. Okay, so there's the kitchen. Okay, there's the one. There's a big laundry room. But I think they also were trying to deal with when you get the kitchen here. there's not a whole lot. You just got a living room, there's bedroom, bathroom, and you've got stairs going down here. Okay, well, you at least get the. So yeah, so you got the stairs going down here. So you can't really put, like if we click on, let me see if I can click on the floor plan. So this is kind of wasted space. You got, a closet here, and you get the laundry room. I mean, I don't know. You could probably, assuming you could move this wall, you could, of course, it's got a window in it, which means it used to be an outside wall, so that might be a problem. But let's just assume you can move this. You could move this wall over to here, make the laundry smaller, and you could kind of redo this so that the kitchen wall is here, and you could do like, I don't know, maybe like have the door here and have the cabinets here, and then in the fridge. I don't know. I think, and then what you could do that, um, and then maybe make another bathroom over here instead of these two closets. Because you have two closets of this one bedroom, you could make a bathroom in this corner. Um, anyway, yeah, it's not a bad house, but yeah, it's less than ideal. All right, let's move along. Let's see. All right, so acres. Oh, oh, I don't know what. That says one bedroom, one bath. They want they want 154,500 for one bedroom, one bath. Why do they want? It's 2 acres with a pretty little house on it. Building features water, electricity, wood burning fireplace. No existing heat or cooling in the property will require for buyer with vision. Zoned general business, the land opens the door to a wide range of potential uses. It's a business location to a retreat style space. Okay, so that's why it's at, because it's the way it's zoned. And zoned general business, which means it's 2.2 acres right on or near downtown, which means you could then do something commercial with it. Um, and the building itself, I mean, obviously has some historical value, but the building itself is not great. Yeah, not so great at all. Um, but given the location, it could be useful from a business perspective. It's going to be a hard sell, though, obviously. Let's see. Let's try this one. Bedroom, 2 baths, 1200 square feet. It's a for sale by owner. Not a bad looking little house. Looks like it's been improved. It looks a little bit cramped. Galley kitchen, not the best, but it's fine. Living room, or there's a nice little bathroom. Kitchen again. Okay. So there's a bathroom, and then there's the other bathroom. There's a bedroom. There's a living room, a dining room, and then I'm not sure if that's a second bedroom. This one almost looks like I mean, it could be real, but you've got this, and then this is in the dining room. And then when you look at the actual dining room picture, it's not the same. They're similar, but that is not the same. So I'm going to guess that this here, and very likely, possibly, not definitely, but possibly this picture here is going to be AI furniture that's been added in there. Yeah. I'm going to guess that this. No, that's different. I don't know what that room is. I'm just puzzled as to. Because you've got this room. This looks maybe like it's more squarish. And this one looks like it's more long. I don't know if that's supposed to be a bedroom. Because there's a bedroom. And there's this picture here. Maybe bedroom. That could be AI also. Huh. It's nice looking. That's probably about the same it would go for around here. Tinker, do you have something stuck or something? He was eating a treat and you have a problem. You have a problem? Get stuck somewhere? Oh, yeah, you did get stuck. You get it? There you go. Better? There we go. He had a piece of dog, the like a meaty bone or whatever, and it had gotten stuck back here, and he couldn't get it. He was doing trying to get it out, and so I had to kind of push on it, got it out there where he could eat it. Poor guy. Let's see. Okay, so you have a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,400 square feet, and it's 229.9. Okay. Now it's a small barn. There must be acreage with this because I'm like 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 2 acres. And apparently there's a barn. And it's 2 acres. Cross fence includes a small barn, making a great option for hobby farm. Okay, well, I can see it. Maybe the house looks okay. Got a decent sized barn there. Or maybe that's parking. It's decent size, nothing particularly large, but if you're gonna paint the bottom cabinets, go on ahead and paint the top cabinets. And I think you've got a missing, yeah, that's missing. If you're gonna sell the house, and or the property or whatever, either buy a replacement piece or find somebody to make a replacement piece that goes there or something. Don't just leave it open. Um, that's anyway. Oh, look, ceiling tiles. Let's see. Yeah, it's an older house. You get your arches in the doorway. Quite a few arches and doorways. Goody. And let's see, more ceiling tiles. Oh, look, a mini split. Pink. Obviously, I'm guessing it's a girl's room. Girl baby's room, maybe, or it used to be. Decent little bathroom. A little short as far as ceiling wise. Laundry. Oh, okay, I see. So you've got a detached 2-car garage. That's nice. And then you have a second, a little bit larger barn, shed, whatever, that's got 3 opening or 3 doors. Um, yeah, that's pretty good size. Somebody's been doing some work. That's funny, Shamix. Uh, or maybe there's a doesn't make because there's this. That's the one with 3 doors, and this is separate, and looks like it's as big, if not bigger. But I didn't see. Oh, well, no. There's this. Includes a garage door, but that's obviously different than the other one. And this is not that. That's this. Okay, now I'm confused. Does this have a gravel? And this one doesn't? So this one's on, we know this one's on a concrete pad. Is that one on gravel? Older? Because you've got this over here. This is obviously on concrete because you've seen the pictures. This must be the older one that's got wood framing and has gravel. I guess. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense otherwise because there's nothing else there. Um, You also have these neighbors that have lots of different vehicles and things that is definitely going to be a bit of a detractor. Not so much over there. There's a couple vehicles over here. But you can see lots of vehicles, maybe a trailer back in there. That is going to detract from the value of your property. And they're wanting 230 for that. I mean, I don't know. You gotta kind of gotta compare and contrast. So you got the house. House maybe 150. You've got the two-car garage. I'm not really sure how much that would be. And you got the barn. And that's barn probably adds 30 to 50,000 to it. Your 2 acres is probably somewhere around 20 to 30,000. Um, I don't know. I mean, it might 230 might be okay. That might make sense. Next height. Um, Zillow says 227, but then again, Zillow's often wrong. 13 days. I don't know. I would say it'll probably sell. I know it'll sell over 200. Um, Now, well, whether or not it'll sell for 230, I don't know. Tigger, quite. Oh, well, is after 9 o'clock. Um, let's see. What would Shamrock say? My folks had farms kind of like that in the past in Iowa, but the barns would have fallen in by now. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. Does anybody have any suggestions? Not next week. I'm gonna be out of town next week. I'm trying to come up with something else to post, a little different video. Um, but the week after that, so the 6th of March, um, does anybody have any suggestions about uh, places to look at houses or something else? I don't really care. We can look at houses. We can talk about do's and don'ts. Whatever. Are you guys getting value out of this? Um, you like hanging out with me on Friday nights for an hour or so? I'm gonna give it a minute for things to catch up and you guys to be able to reply. Let's check over here. Okay, thanks, Kate. No, I'm gonna be out of town, Tom. So I'm not gonna be able to live stream next week, but I'm planning on doing, coming back on the 6th, or well, I'll be back long before then, but I'll be doing another live stream on this evening of the 6th. Um, so I just want to make sure that you guys are actually, you know, it's worth your while. I mean, obviously you're showing up, so, but, and then, if there's something else we could talk about or whatever, I'm good, talking about other stuff. I try to keep it real estate focused, but, if you all have questions about investing or buying houses or I don't know, whatever. Oh, the one with the weirdly shaped, or the odd shaped brick posts. Yeah, that was interesting. Okay, thanks, Sandy. All right, well, like I said, I won't be doing a live stream next Friday, but I'm gonna come up with something to post. Should be next Friday at 5 that I'll post a different kind of video. Um, and then I'll be back on the 6th. So thanks for hanging out with me and looking at these houses. It's been interesting, and I will see you in a couple weeks, or talk to you in a couple weeks, I guess. Oh, well, Samix, if if it's here in the Southwest Missouri, which I think you are, um, have them give me a call. I can, you know, there's no obligation or anything there. Just I like to talk to people and make sure they are going in the right direction when they're buying or selling. So yeah, have them reach out to me. So it's just I think it's still on there. Yeah, see it or there's my my Google page or my Google business page. It's Jed Ratliff Realtor or something like that. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk to him. I would post my number in chat, but I think my chat is not my ability to post in chat is not working. Um, but yeah, it's just like if you Google Jed Ratliff, I think it's Jed Ratliff Realtor. Okay, type Realtor. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna pop this up here. So if you Google this comes up. Um, there's my stuff. There's my phone number. And I should have my email. What's my email address? I'll have to fix that. My email address should be right here, but they can call me or whatever off of this. Um, I mean that's fine, or you can say you can email me. I thought I had. Well, either way, this is my email address. If anybody wants to email me, I mean, if you they want to comment their address on that or whichever, that's fine. Or you can just email me, um, their address or whatnot. Like I said, I'd be happy to talk to them. And thanks for mentioning it. Uh, Alrighty, well, I guess if nobody has anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I think I'm on the right. There's the thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm still working on getting this to be a smooth thing. Anyway, y'all have a good couple weeks, and I will see you